Shalom, loved ones. My name is Troy Cady, and I invite you to join me now as I offer midday prayers with PlayWell communities. PlayWell is a faith network of those who are learning to live by the unforced rhythms of grace. To help us keep time to the rhythm of God's heartbeat and the movement of God's love, we like to pause to pray at various times throughout the day when we are able. In today's time of prayer, I will offer a reading from none other than Mr. Rogers on the longing to be perfect. Well, with that, let's get ready. And we light this candle as a reminder that Christ's presence is with us. Christ, the light of the world, gives us just enough light to live by each and every day. Savor the words of Jesus now from Matthew chapter 11, as translated by Eugene Peterson in the Message. Jesus says, "Come to me, get away with me, and you'll recover your life. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace." In the middle of the day, we return to you, Jesus, our center. In you, we live and move and have our being. Like parched souls searching for a spring, we thirst for you and your ways. With joy, we draw water from the wells of your salvation. Just pause for some moments of silence now to just rest and breathe and be present. I invite you to join me in this confession now. We'll say one line at a time and leave a silence after each line so that you can either say it aloud yourself or just savor the words in your heart as a way of making this confession your own. I believe that I am God's beloved child. I am learning to let God's love fill my heart, to let it shape my life. So I may be just who God has made me to be, nothing more and nothing less. That I may abide in love and share God's love with all that I am. Amen. When you're loved like that, you don't have to strive for perfection all the time. There is space to just be human, to be imperfect. And here's a reading from Fred Rogers of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood on the longing to be perfect. This reading comes from a little book called Life's Journeys According to Mr. Rogers. Fred Rogers writes, I know how important it is to give up our expectations of perfection in any arena of our lives. I know I've tried hard, and yet every once in a while I'll entertain the old longing. Maybe if I could make at least one perfect segment of a program. And I find myself in the trap again. That doesn't mean we can't produce some highly satisfying moments both for ourselves and others. But it's important to give up, maybe daily, the longing to be perfect. Of course, I think we want it so strongly because we reason that if we are perfect, if we do a perfect job, we will be perfectly lovable. What a heavy burden. Thank God we don't have to earn every bit of love that comes our way. Speaking of perfection, those of us who are in the middle of a work day right now, perhaps you need this prayer for work, to entrust our work to God, and to trust that our work doesn't have to be perfect for God to be able to use it to beautify our lives and this world. So here's a prayer for work. We commit to you the work that is done and the work that is yet undone. May your beauty rest upon us, Lady Wisdom. We trust you will complete the incomplete. We believe you will finish what you started. May we meet you on the road with us, Brother Jesus. As we labor, be our resting place. Please make our work restful and our rest fruitful. May we remain present to your presence, Great Spirit. And now receive this blessing. It's a blessing from Teresa de Avila. Let nothing disturb you, nothing affright you. All things are passing. God never changes. Patient endurance attains to all things. Whom God possesses, in nothing is wanting. Alone, God suffices. Amen. Thank you for joining me in midday prayers with PlayWell Communities. I hope that you have a good rest of the day, and above all, be loved because you are beloved.